Thank you. My name is Marcus Beeman. I'm here to talk to you about why working adults should go back to school. The main reason I think working adults should go back to school is to gain a greater knowledge of a career field that you're interested in. What this does is give them a better opportunity to make more money down the line, as well as giving them a pleasure of doing something every day that they really enjoy to do. The first topic that I would like to cover is what are the benefits? Now, there are a lot of benefits when you go back to school. The main one that I think a lot of people focus on is the opportunity for more money. Now, this is not guaranteed, but it does allow you to have the chance in order to get to the point where you want to go. So what I would suggest is everyone go back to school for not only the opportunity to get more money, but also the opportunity to have a better life overall. The next part that I really want to cover is how do I pay for it? This is the big reason why a lot of people don't go back to school, because they think, oh, school is too expensive. I don't have the money. Where I'm going to get, $50,000 from to pay. There's these things called student loans and FAFSA that work very great for a lot of students across the country. What a student loan is, they're through companies like your normal banks like Wells Fargo, or you can go through a company like Sallie Mae that specializes in student loans. Even better than that, there's something called FAFSA. FAFSA is a form that you have to fill out every year by March 1st. It's ran by the Department of Education, and what they do is look at how much you made and how much you paid out in taxes every year and determine the amount of money they can give you in order to go toward an accredited school. This money is dispersed straight to your school. If there's leftover money, that money is given to you, and what you can do with that money is a lot of times use it for expenses like buying textbooks and things of that nature. There's also the option, if you have enough money saved up, you can just pay for school directly in cash or check or credit card to the school directly if you don't want to do loans. But loans is the main way a lot of people go to school nowadays, just because of the cost. The next topic that I want to cover is what are the requirements? A lot of schools have different requirements for their admissions. The school I go to, University of Maryland, it requires you have either a high school diploma or a GED, and they need to see a copy of your transcript. You have other schools, like traditional schools like University of Maryland College Park, University of Maryland Eastern Shore, and Morgan State, where they have a certain GPA, it may be 3.0 or 3.5, that require you in order to be able to get in, along with SAT or ACT scores. These are the things that you'll have to do if you want to gain admission into college. If you don't have a high school diploma, you'll have to at least get a GED just to show you have your general education requirements in order to move on to the next level of learning. What this also does is allow you to get everything in order before you go to school. Once you have all your other stuff knocked out, you're able to start your new course of learning. The schedule. The schedule can vary depending on what type of school you want to do. Me personally, I do online schooling. With my work schedule, I work from 6 to 3:30. With that type of work schedule, I don't have a whole lot of time, in the morning to go to school. So what I'm able to do is come home, rest for a little bit, get into my schoolwork at 4 to 8. I'll knock out any schoolwork I have. Now, there's always times where, you might have an extra project to do, or maybe finals times where things will go on, but at least it allows me that flexibility to do, work whenever I want to. Even if, I want to wake up in the middle of the night, I can't sleep, and I feel like doing schoolwork, I'm able to do that with online school. Now, for people who really learn better in a traditional environment, you're able to go to the actual classes, and my school, UMUC, has different campuses around the country that everyone can go to. So I can go to one down the street, I can go to one out in Largo, I can go to one in Adelphi, and it allows me to do a whole lot of different things with my time and set up your schedule. So there's different ways that you can learn. There's advantages and disadvantages to both. You just have to see which one works for you. And for me personally, online school works best for me and my schedule right now. The next thing I want to cover is what will you learn? I think the main thing that a lot of people learn is what they want to do. A lot of times in the beginning of school, you'll have to take general education courses, and this really leads to a lot of people, trying to figure out what they want to do with their career path. For me, I discovered I want to do cybersecurity. So once I was able to focus on strictly that, now I'm able to get into more courses like, the foundations of cybersecurity and security policy that are going to lead me in the direction I want to go with my career. For other people, it may be law enforcement, so you'll take a lot of, criminal justice classes and law enforcement classes to lead you into being a police officer or special agent or wherever you want to go. And you know, career fields can go anywhere from IT to criminal justice to nursing to engineering to mathematics, sciences, biology, pretty much anything you want to do. So the main thing is that you find a career that you really feel comfortable in, and once you find that, you'll know which way to go. Now, another thing I want to cover is the dedication that's required. When you go back to school, it's going to require a lot of dedication, especially for people who are working adults who haven't been in school for a while or they had no intentions of going back to school. A lot of times it takes a little while for you to get back into the whole mode of going back to school, but once you get into it, you'll do just fine. Now, the last thing I want to cover is some of the things that you'll need when you first start school. The main thing that you need outside of a laptop is usually a textbook. A regular old textbook just like this. This one I actually purchased for one of my classes from a school bookstore, and actually I purchased a used one. You can see right there where it says used on this yellow label. And what I'm able to do with this is I'm able to learn everything I need to learn. At the end of the semester, if I don't choose to keep this book, I'm able to turn it back in to the school and a lot of other campuses too, and I'm able to gain some money for it or try and sell it on eBay or things like that to try to recoup some of my money. So this is the main way that, you know, a lot of people learn. With online school, a lot of times what they'll do is they'll have an online classroom where a lot of the books will be on there for you to see that you can download, print out if you want, so you don't actually have to go in and buy the books. It really just depends on what class you take and which mode of operation the school wants to use in order to give you your books. So for all these reasons, I really think it would be a great idea for everyone to go back to college. And do I have any questions? Yes, one question right here. Charlene, what's your question?
Yes, I wanted to know, why did you wait so long to go to college?
With me, the reason I waited so long to go back to college was because when I got out of high school, I really just wasn't feeling school. So I said, you know what, I'll be able to get a job, I'll be fine. You know, I can go work at, you know, at the time I worked at UPS, and I thought everything would be fine with my career. What I eventually found out is, sure, I can get into these different jobs, you know, like UPS, the pawn shop, but a lot of times I weren't happy in any of these jobs. So what that led me to do is be miserable at a job I had to wake up for every day. So one day it really hit me that, you know what, I need to go back to school. And that was the moment where I signed up for UMUC and started to go back to school. Do you have another question?
Do you regret not going to traditional college?
Me personally, I actually do regret not going to traditional college. I think I would have enjoyed the actual college experience, but I think with me also, at the time of me being 18, I wasn't ready to go to traditional college. I'm not sure if I would have done as well as I'm doing now if I went to a traditional school. So I think it depends on, you know, certain people are ready and certain people aren't. And I would rather be ready later on in life than to go there at 18, waste a whole lot of time and money, than me go a little later in life after, you know, I've gained a little bit of money, a few things, and now I'm able to appreciate school more than what it has to offer. This way, I'm able to go back and do everything that I need to do. Any more questions? Jason? No? Okay. Well, my name is Marcus Beeman once again, and these are all my reasons why I think working adults should go back to school. Thank you.